Sup guys, I'm in the Badlands for the morning, and then after watching the sunrise, which I'm very thankful to see, I'll be heading over to Mount Rushmore to go see for myself if it sucks or not. I don't know if I can hike over here. I think so. Whew. Wow. Well, I'm thinking I can still see a better spot to go watch the sunrise, but seeing the sun paint the rocks over there, it's quite beautiful. Oh, up there too. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get to Panorama Point, catch the sunrise, and there's my steed, my vehicle. It's been doing good for me this trip. I think since I have plenty of time, I'll just keep driving that way and see what I find. Very beautiful morning though. Quite cold though, and I pink eye, or whatever that is. That sucks. However though, very excited for today. Hello wildlife. Oh, he is cool. He or she. You are cool. Oh, and that's just a deer. Well, that's so cool. Some of the only wildlife that I saw so far was like these little critters, little creatures crawling along the walls. So I only saw those little guys, and I saw some birds. I failed yesterday's goal of seeing a bison and a prairie dog, and I don't know if I'll see those today. Alright, here we are at one of the places I wanted to stop by. The Yellow Mounds. Pretty cool. And over here, you can see more of the sunrise. This is nice. I like these mountains. They are indeed yellow. This is just so lovely. Back home I live on a highway, so I constantly hear traffic. So just being out here at one of America's national parks is just so wonderful. And I woke up at like 6 a.m. It's like 7 a.m. now. Immediately head over here. So wonderful. You know, being able to come to this national park, be at my first national park, is something I'm very appreciative of. Alright, well, I still got some byway to travel, and I want to get to Panorama Point. I think that's what it's called. I don't have any service, which, you know, yeah, that makes sense. But man, I do love it here. Alright guys, look at all that fog. Here I am at the Canada Basin viewpoint. Is it basin or bassin? I don't know. Wow. This is cool. Very interesting fog all the way over there too. Oh, I see a couple deer over there. They're aura farming. Yeah, this is nice. It's definitely chillier up here. Wow. Alright. We have a changing a changing climate, a changing scene. We have whatever those are, saber-toothed cats and other creatures. More creatures. And now the best creatures, the prairie dog. Hopefully I don't slip. I should really invest in hiking boots. Here we are at a homestead viewpoint. I still got a bit to Panorama. I'm just gonna try to stop at all these points because they're They're all very, very beautiful. Alright, it appears I do have service again. But the nice thing about that though is you don't really need it. It's just kind of like I think, just one big straight road. Not straight. You're on the same road. And it's pretty nice. Also do have a map, just in case. Guys, there's prairie dogs. I didn't realize the chirping I was hearing were little prairie dogs. I didn't realize that was the noises they made. I think I can come down here and get closer. I got my camera in 2x zoom to try to see them better. Whoa, there's actually quite a few of them. Yeah, I see all their little burrows. I'm not gonna get too close. See one little guy right there. Okay, I did walk a little bit closer. I don't know if I'm allowed to or if I'm being rude. There's a bunch of them over there. And I think they're making so much noise because they like signal to their friends about any possible dangers. And they're probably laughing at me about how much of an idiot I am. They're very cute though, of what little of them I can see. They're just all around here. That's so cool. Alright, seen a prairie dog, seen some deer. Now I just gotta see a bison. Alright, I think I'm getting closer to Panorama Point. I'm enjoying this drive through here. Oh, hi. That one's jumping up and down. Very cool. Sup guys, I did it. We made it to Panorama Point. Wow. This place always amazes me. Let's walk up here, get a better view. Alright. I made it this far without slipping on this thing. Wow. Look at all that. Alright. I don't think I'll slip. And even if I do, that's okay, because this is quite the view. Incredible. Air pollution. Threat to Badlands National Park. We do not like air pollution. Buffalo Boys were here, 2025. Harry Reynolds. I gotta be honest. The Buffalo Boys and Harry Reynolds, you guys are kind of rude for that. Anyways, yeah, this is nice. Still driving through the Badlands, guys. I stopped at this one place called the Fossil Trail, and that was so cool. Apparently, all this, the entire Badlands, used to be ocean, and alligators and crocodiles and stuff used to live here too. And that's just so fascinating to think about. It's hard to comprehend. Like, that was like 75 million years ago. Like, all those millions of years of just, you know, changing and species evolving, species trying to survive, species going extinct. It's you know, it's just so crazy, man. But I don't know, really makes you think deep into things. Guys, what creature is this? That is a very beautiful bird. Alright guys, I am here Mount Rushmore. Some beautiful, oh my goodness, I cannot talk today. Some beautiful views coming up here. The hills were a little hard on my car. I feel a little bad. But yeah, I did not expect there to be so many trees. Like, you know, I have trees back home, but this is trees. To be quite honest, I'm not too impressed so far. I haven't seen the heads, like, you know, you see them when you come up, but I haven't, you know, seen them right in front of me yet. And I have no clue where to go. I think I'd walk up here. My other complaint is just parking garages. I just don't like parking garages. I don't know why. But let's get up to the heads. Look at this. We got a Mount Rushmore vending machine. That's cool. Elevator, nah. I'm a stairs man. Okay, wait, this is actually kind of cool. So you get your soap here, water, dry, all in one little thing. It's pretty cool. Even GW recycled. Recycling in America goes back to colonial times, when people were careful to reuse and recycle materials such as metal, glass, and fabric. Join the American legacy of resourcefulness by recycling at Mount Rushmore. Same thing with Thomas Jefferson and Teddy Roosevelt and Abe Lincoln. Thank you for recycling, guys. All right, guys, here we are. We got George Washington, the first president. He did not cut down a cherry tree when he was 6 years old. He also owned slaves, and he had really awful teeth. He would borrow and buy his slaves' teeth to put as his own teeth, including donkey teeth and other stuff. We got Thomas Jefferson, my personal favorite, Teddy Roosevelt, the cowboy. He started all the national parks and stuff. Abraham Lincoln. I don't have anything negative to say about Abraham Lincoln. I do have something negative to say about his vice president, though. His vice president was Andrew Johnson, and Andrew Johnson was drunk on the same night that he was shot, and on the same day that he became president when he was sworn into office, because, you know, Lincoln got shot. So, that's some fun facts. So, would I recommend going to Mount Rushmore? I don't know. I guess you just want to mark it off that, oh, I've been there, I guess. I don't know. I'm just not too impressed, I guess. It is kind of like surreal being here, though. However, I will try to go to Crazy Horse now or something. You know, like I said, I didn't do any research before I didn't go over this way. But I guess I'll figure it out. All right, there it is. Just got to go through this building here. So I guess it's a bit of a walk up there, maybe? I don't know. Guess I'll find out. All right, there is a lot of stuff here. A lot of cool stuff. Arrowheads. Now the only thing I'm curious about is how do I like actually get up there? I might have to ask. I guess we got a big window here. This is cool. Okay. Nice. Horse. That's so cool. All this cool stuff here too. Okay. I guess to like actually get up to the memorial, I need a tour or something, I guess. Alright, well, I guess to like actually get up there, you need to take a tour bus or something. And unfortunately, I did not plan for that or had any idea that's how that worked. So, yeah, I do have time for Custer State Park though, so I'm gonna hang out there. This is very cool though. They have like a lot of like cool artifacts and information and history. I really like Native American history and all that, so I'd say it was still worth it. And it's still cool to see it from all the way down here. And you know, since they're still constructing it, still sculpting it, I'm you know, kind of excited to see what it would look like in the future, like, you know, 20, 40 years from now. I heard they do the construction like pretty slowly though, so I don't know. But now I'm gonna go to Custer State Park. All right, guys, I got some snacks about 8 minutes away from Custer State Park. Thank goodness there was food here because I am starving. Yeah, about Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse though. Mount Rushmore, I was not too impressed at all. I didn't like that you had to pay $15 to park. Crazy Horse is $12 to park, and then you gotta like plan out a tour or something, which I didn't have time for. I had no clue that was a thing, but that's all on my part though. And I think my mood was a little messed up, like I said earlier, because I did not really eat much today. A granola bar at like 8 a.m. is not going to sustain me the whole day. It's fine when I'm doing nothing at home, but you know, waking up early, actually doing stuff, I need food. But yeah, let's go check out Custer State Park. I'm excited for that. I heard a couple of people say that they liked it better than the Badlands and Wind Cave, so pretty excited to see what's going on there. And I think I like nature more. I think I like just being in nature, being able to hike. With Mount Rushmore and kind of with Crazy Horse, there's like a lot of consumerism. It's it's this much to park here, and it's like damn. But with the Badlands though, why do I sound like that? With the Badlands though, $30, you can go there for 7 days. There's tons of different parking areas. It's beautiful. You don't just go there and see it. You kind of go there to experience it. I think that's what I liked a lot more about the national park, which I'll be going to later. Go watch the stars. So, all right. Before I waste any more daylight, which I'm running out of, state park time. Alright, well, I was in Custer State Park for too long. I just mainly drove around. To be completely honest, today has not been as fun as yesterday. I mean, it's still been fun. It's still been cool driving around and, you know, being by myself. Got to see Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse and stuff. But I think I just mainly like the Badlands a lot. Everything else has been alright. And I don't know, today's just kind of iffy, to be quite honest. But I am near an ice cream place in Rapid City. Maybe ice cream will make me feel better. And then I'm gonna head back over to the Badlands. Well, I don't know if you guys can read that, but closed for the season. Yeah, today sucks. This day is only continuing to get worse. That's alright though. I'm gonna get help soon, I think. I hope. Can you even see me right now? I got pizza and stuff. I was gonna go watch the Lions game. Hopefully I can enter my room. That'd be nice. But yeah. Anyways though, my day did get a bit better. Just for some reason, I did not like being in the Black Hills, and the Badlands just felt better. And I did some stargazing too. It was really beautiful. That sucks though. Alright guys, I did not see any bison the whole time I was here. However, I did find bison meat. See that? Interesting. I don't even know what it tastes like. It's just weird. That's so cool. Yo. Alright, well, I've seen those guys too. Just haven't seen any bison yet. Wow. That's incredible. Alright, well, yesterday didn't end up being too bad. I finally did get back in my hotel room and I had a pizza and watched a terrible Detroit Lions game. But, yeah, I guess this whole trip I learned a lot. I learned how to road trip better, I learned how to plan better, I learned how to hike better, and I also learned to just appreciate and cherish nature a lot more. I've always had an appreciation and, you know, this passion for this natural wonder because, you know, it's nature. It's fucking cool. But, you know, going to a national park, like actually going to this is incredible. Just such breathtaking views and just being there is awesome. I was not the biggest fan of Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse, the Black Hills. There was just something really off about that area. The vibe was weird. I didn't help myself by not eating much either yesterday. Um, but yeah, like with Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse, it just feels kind of strange to me. I don't, after having this appreciation for nature, I don't think there's any human being alive right now significant enough to be put on a mountain, or any human that has ever lived before significant enough to sculpt out their faces on a mountain. And it's arrogant, it's kind of weird, and I don't know, just appreciating real, natural, beautiful nature like this it's nice. And the Badlands is so incredible to me because all these formations, it's, erosion, wind, rain, just seeing the development of that over the course of, well, I wasn't there, I'm here now, the course of like 75 million years, being able to see it now, and it'll still be here, it'll still be changing after I die, even after the human species is gone, it'll still keep changing. And I think that's more beautiful, that's more interesting to me than four old white dudes on a mountain, half of them were slave owners. So, yeah, not a fan of Mount Rushmore in my opinion, but the Badlands is really cool. Uh, my favorite fact that I learned about the Badlands while here is that apparently alligators used to live in this area. This whole area here used to be more tropical, look more like Florida, and now it's dry, it's plains, and I got little prairie dogs yapping at me. It's so fascinating to think about and experience. So, yeah, in summary, Badlands good and fuck Mount Rushmore. Sup, guys? The rain is pretty bad right now. Just a bit ago when I was on the interstate, it was even worse. I literally could not see anything, like, in front of my car. No visibility at all. One of my window wipers is breaking, and the passenger side back tire was all bouncy and shit again. The other thing that didn't help, on these interstates, the speed limit is 80 miles per hour, and I was in the right lane, right? And some people are going really slow, like too slow. They're going like 40 miles per hour, and if you want to try to get by them, good fucking luck, because you got a dude going 90 miles per hour on the left lane. It's like, dude, this is pretty crazy. Let's see if I can open my door. A little bit of struggle. I don't know what time I'll be home, and I don't really care. The other thing that made me want to pull over, I seen this car like swerve out into the ditch, and I was like, yeah. So I have no clue when I'll be home, but that's okay. All right, peace.